Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your weekly reading. Taurus, this is for the week of December 5th through the 11th, and this is a general reading. It will not resonate with every single one of you, so please take what resonates with you, leave the rest behind. If you are new here, welcome to my channel, Forest for the Trees. Thank you so much for being here. If you are returning, thank you for your trust and support, for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. I really appreciate you all being here. I appreciate your time and energy. I know we just came off of the holidays for Thanksgiving in the States, and I know how important, our energy and our time is to give to others. So I appreciate you all so very much. All right. Anything you need, Taurus, is going to be listed in the description below. If you like a personal private reading with me, my website is there. If you like to know more about astrology, I have a link to Astro.com. And of course, there's many, many other sites on there. It's just one I happen to use. And if you'd like to know what decks of cards I'm using, they are also listed below. Beautiful, beautiful. Bottom of the deck, we have Three of Wands energy. This is about subconscious energy. This is you opening up your possibilities, kind of seeing what's out there, not closing yourself off, not boxing yourself in, being open to, again, possibilities, being open to movement, being open to growth, and what direction your energy is going to take. Where are you going to send it? What are you expecting back in return? Interesting. So we have the beautiful Nine of Pentacles and the Judgment card and the Fool card. Wow, you have, goodness, the really, really hot week this week for the readings. The Nine of Pentacles is a card about abundance. It's about plenty. It's about comfort. Where you're at right now, Taurus, and this is your card. It's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's your growth, your stability. You're very comfortable where you're at. You're very... you're in a good place. I can't say you don't want for anything, but you don't want for anything. You're in a good place. You're comfortable. You have the money. You have the things. You can buy things. This is a card sometimes to tell you it's okay to go ahead and splurge a little bit on yourself. It's okay to go ahead and, maybe give yourself something extravagant or spend a little more money on yourself than you normally would have. Kind of treat yourself. Instead of waiting, for somebody to treat you, just go ahead and get what you need if you need it and be done with it. It's almost like, is that a snail? It's almost like if you wait for somebody else to do it, you might be waiting for a long time. But you have the Judgment card. You have a new start, new beginning. Hearing the call, heeding the call, listening to your higher self, listening to your guides, listening to the voices that are your ancestors. Starting a new page, turning over a new leaf, being given a second chance. Almost like a redemption. And I think what it is with you, if you're very comfortable where you're at, you could be totally starting something different. You could be, that could be where this card's thinking, where you're thinking, where am I going to go now? What am I going to do? Where am I going to go next? Or what is my next step? Kind of, sort of. And you might be shaking everything up. Oops, speaking of shaking everything up. You might be shaking everything up. You might be starting something completely different, turning the page, starting a clean slate. Just say you are a veterinarian, and now you're going to be a dentist. Something like totally different. But I almost see this as... it's almost like putting out the call to help others, or putting out the call to help people in need, or putting out the call to gather like-minded people to start something, to gather like-minded people to start something to help people. Does that make it any sense? Because this is new. Whatever this is, I don't think it's been done before. And if it has, it's not in the way you're doing it. It's a new start, a new beginning, a new way to look at something. I just think, with the 9, it's a card of completion. You could be completing something that is going to be philanthropic, or whatever that word is, where you are helping others. You're a philanthropist, you have the money and you can share, but it's like of like-minded people. You're hearing the call, you're listening to something, you're going towards something, others are going toward it, and you're going to be of like-minded people helping other people in a new business or a new adventure. I keep hearing taking it one step further. And that's interesting, because that's, the Fool is taking a step, right off the edge. But it's like you're following your instincts, you're following your gut instincts. You're not listening to naysayers. You're not listening to the people that say you can't. You're just doing. You might be the one in charge of this. Very interesting. You have 2 major arcana cards right there. All right. I'm going to pull a note for the universe. These are fun little cards. They're always really positive. Let's see if I feel anything else in this. I have to look. It tells me to look. Yeah. See, this is something you've worried about, and here you go. You've got people there helping you. Whatever this is, there's people there helping you. It's something you've worried about, and you've really, I don't know if there's something firsthand that you witnessed or firsthand that you saw, but you're in a position to help. And you brought in others, like-minded people, to help. And, it's a struggle. It hasn't been easy. It's a struggle. But you've got that movement forward. You've got that decision. You know where you're going now. You know where you're taking it. Interesting. Those were just screaming at me to say, just keep going, just keep going. All right. These are the notes from the universe. How cute are they? And this is, an unmistakable trait of every true genius is their persistent awareness of how much more there is to know. And an unmistakable trait of every true sage is their persistent awareness of how much more there is to love. Loving you more today than yesterday, the universe. If you let me count the ways, I'll be here forever. Isn't that great? But yes, I agree. A true genius and a true sage is knowing. And I feel that this is where you're at. This is where you're coming from. You're coming from a place of enlightenment, especially with the Judgment card. You're coming from a place of knowledge. You're coming from a place of healing almost. And it's like whatever it is you can offer to people. You can help others. It can be unprecedented. It can be not a foolish move, but a risky. It can be a risky move. But it's like you're listening to your higher self. You're listening to your ancestors. You're heeding the call. You're moving forward. You're taking people with you. You're taking like-minded people with you that work well with you. And you're moving ahead to whatever this is that you're going to be helping people with. Whatever this is that you're going to be offering maybe to people. And I feel like it's more than, oh, it's just giving me something to do. It's more than that. It's more of it's a life calling, I feel. Interesting. Do let me know how this resonates with you, Taurus. I'd really like to know. Very interesting. And I love the card that went with it. So, take care of yourself and each other. If you know any other Tauruses that this sounds like, please feel free to share. If you have a friend that's a Taurus, then just share the video. Very interesting, very good reading. Good luck to you this week. Stay safe and healthy. Take care of yourself and each other. And I will see you next week, Taurus. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.